Hello there everyone, my name is Raxby and welcome back to some more Let's Play Professor Layton and Pandora's Box. We're currently on the search for Tom, a little child that seems to be lost. And we're gonna head down here now. And, oh, dog food? Why would you be dog food? You look like a human to me. Yeah, what's up? What? Oh, hey. Oh, so you borrowed your uncle's camera? And then you... Why would you steal someone's camera and then break it? Like, that is dumb. Yeah, I get it really is a predicament, but wow. Okay, the boss man. What are you gonna do? You're gonna give us the broken part so he'll blame us? Is that what you're planning? Wow. Well, he left. And we get a new minigame. The camera minigame, where we have the first part of the camera, the squarish part. So once I have all parts, I will be reassembling the camera, but for now it will just sit there. Huh. Okay, well let's go back down again, because I wasn't quite done here. Yeah, because this is the luxurious carriage, you know, where the real rich people are. Oh, it's him again, Sammy Thunder. Oh, VIPs only. Well, we're a very important Professor Layton. Does that count for VIP? It's more VIPL, Vipple. That doesn't sound as good. But yeah, we can't take any sneak peek either. That's unfortunate. Oh well, I suppose, yep, our imagination will have to run wild. Huh. Oh, Luke. But is there really nothing there? No, I really want to go there. Yeah. No, not even without a backstage pass? Not even with a quick peek? Nope, we need a ticket. But he has a puzzle for us. If you just keep hassling people, they'll give you a puzzle to solve. That's how life works, kids. No, not really. Don't hassle people. It's not nice to do. So puzzle 19. A number of people are on a train. At the first station, the train pulls into 1/6 of the people on board get off. At the next station, 1/5 of the remaining passengers get off. This pattern continues so that at the next station 1/4 get off, then 1/3, and then half. Then at the final stations, all remaining passengers get off the train. Assuming no one got on the train during the journey, what is the lowest number of people who could have been on the train when it set out? Now, the lowest possible number, of course, you know, at the end nobody's on there, but at the last stop, at least one person got off. So let's assume that only one person got off there. That would be 1 out of 1. That means that before that, there were 2 people on the train, or 2 out of 2, and only 1 out of 2 got off. That makes sense. Then before that, there were 3 people on the train and 1 of them got off. That would be 1/3, etc, etc. That means that at the start, there were 6 people on the train and 1 of them got off is 1/6. That works, and that will make the least amount of people that could have been on there from the start 6.
Just leave it to me. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
And there you can see it in a bit of a diagram, in case my explanation wasn't that clear. But yeah, that is a solved puzzle. But the show's over, so we're gonna have to leave because we don't want him to get in more trouble. So let's look somewhere else in the train then, because he's not here in the back part, clearly. Maybe he snuck off into the kitchen. Well, Luke spots something as soon as we enter. A tiny little hat. A cap. It's a thinking cap. Tom's thinking cap, probably. Okay. Oh, and Luke has a neat puzzle for the professor for a change. Red caps. A teacher had everyone in her class close their eyes. While none of the students were looking, she slipped caps onto their heads and said, "Okay everyone, open your eyes and look at your friends' caps. Whoever sees 4 or more people wearing red caps gets a red balloon, and whoever doesn't gets a blue balloon. In a class of 10 children, only some got a red balloon. But how many? Okay, now, first of all, the teacher does says, look at your friends' caps. So if you're feeling like a loner, like, oh, I don't have friends, like this kid here who fell on the ground and is just drawing in the sand now all alone, that also counts. It just means fellow students. But really, think about it realistically. If only 3 kids were wearing a red cap, it would be impossible for anyone to see someone else with a red cap. That means that nobody would have gotten a red balloon. But it says that only some got a red balloon. That means that at least one kid got a red balloon, but not everyone. So it has to be above 3 at least. Now say that there were 5+ children with red caps. That means that if you are wearing a red cap, there are still 4 other kids also wearing red caps. Meaning everyone would be able to find at least 4 people with a red cap, meaning everyone would get a red balloon. So that means that only 4 people could have had red caps, meaning 6 people, the ones with blue caps, got a red balloon. So I think the correct answer is not 0, 6. There we go.
Consider this puzzle solved. And there we have it.
Ah, how nice. They got a balloon that doesn't match their hat in the slightest. But no, sorry, Luke, you're gonna have to get up earlier if you want to fool Layton. But let's keep getting back to looking into Tom's disappearance. And well, he did get into an awfully tight space. It's quite odd, this. Okay, well, let's leave again, and let's look in the train on the right side now. You know what? There's a door open here. Let's see what's inside here. Oh, this is Babette's room. She appears to be sleeping, huh? Snork, sweet baby boy. Well, let's not wake her up now, because she'd probably throw a fit. But look at what a slob she is. She just spilled crumbs all over the floor. That seems very sloppy. Very sloppy indeed. You know what? I want to look at her flowers, because that actually does look pretty. It's the only nice thing in this room. Although, I mean, okay, not the only nice thing, but it does look nice. Crazy Daisies, puzzle 16. Now for something on the flowery side. Of the 3 pictures labeled A, B, and C, one is actually the same as the picture on the far left. However, the image on the far left has had its contents flipped left to right and its colors inverted and changed to black and white. Of A, B, and C, which picture is the same as the black and white picture on the far left? Now, this is basically just a find the differences picture. The most easy one to find, in my opinion, is in C, right here. If you look at this middle flower, it looks significantly different from both of the others, because it has a border here and the others don't. So C already, we can discount that one. However, between A and B, it's a lot trickier to find the difference. However, that's because it's so much more subtle. And that is that it's just this tiny speck here. You see that tiny black speck? That exists in B, it doesn't exist in A, and it doesn't exist in the original. So that means that A is actually the same.
Just leave it to me. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
And there we go. That shows it off. So yeah, we better get back to searching for Tom. So let's sneak out quietly. We don't want her to hear us, and move on further in the train. And oh, who's this? Is everything alright? Yeah, we kind of bumped into you. I'm sorry, my bad. But she looks familiar, apparently. Do you guys think she looks familiar? I'm not quite sure. Well, let's ask her if she's seen Tom around. A refreshing beverage? You know what? We did eat corn already, and yeah, we're kind of looking for a kid. We shouldn't stop around and eat now. So let's see if she's seen anyone. No, no bells are rung. He does seem to have gotten lost. But, ooh, you're starting a rumor, huh? There's a weird old woman, is there? And she kidnapped... Wow, you are making accusations here, Sally. Well, that would be a little bizarre. I mean, I think it's a bit rude to just call someone you don't know bizarre, but I don't know. We'll keep that under wraps. We don't want to be associated with those accusations. But yeah, we wonder. Now, there's another open room here that we didn't visit yet, so let me show that off real quick. This is Granny Riddleton's shack, at least during chapter 1. And you know, like I said before, if you miss any puzzles, then you're gonna have to come here to solve them. But apparently, you know, Luke thinks we've met before, like in the Curious Village. We met Granny Riddleton, right? But no, she hasn't seen us, because it's basically, if anyone remembers the Pokemon anime, you know, how you have all the different Nurse Joys and Officer Jennys that are all different from each other when they look pretty much the same. Well, that's the same thing with Granny Riddleton. This is technically a different Granny Riddleton, which is kind of funny, but yeah, she's a different one altogether. So she'll still collect puzzles in this game, and that is still very useful. So you can take a peek inside of that if you want, but let's not. And that's a nice picture. Apparently we don't get a close-up of it, unfortunately. Let's head back outside, and let's just head to the balcony again. And here's a new person I haven't seen before. What is your name, sir? Steve. Oh, no, you're not in the way at all. No trouble, no trouble. You're the mechanic. Good to have you along. But yeah, train does seem to do quite well. But he has a puzzle for us. Puzzle 25, Surviving in the Wild. After years of bad business, a zoo has finally run out of money to buy food for its animals. Bellies rumbling from days with no food, the animals make a plan to escape the zoo. After prizing open the rusty bars of their cages, all animals attempt to find their way through the maze-like paths of the zoo to the exit. Touch the picture of each animal you think made it safely out of the zoo, and then touch submit to answer. Just remember, animals show their true colors in the wild. Now, first thing you want to do is know who can actually make it out. So the best way to do that is just start drawing a line from the exit of the zoo, and with that we can find out relatively easily that, well, the rabbit could possibly escape. But is it just the rabbit that can escape? Well, no, because if you look closely right here, the lion would also be able to escape. The others will all run into dead ends before long, so they are unable to escape. So then, easy, right? The rabbit and the lion, we just tap both of those? Well, not quite. Look at the last sentence. Animals show their true colors in the wild. This means that as soon as the lion would run into the lion would eat the rabbit, and the rabbit would not escape the zoo. It's a bit of a tricky question, but I like it regardless.
This should do the trick. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
And there you go. You can see now the pod a little bit better because my drawing was a little sloppy. But, yep, the rabbit would get eaten by the lion. But yeah, we did solve that pretty quickly. We are Professor Layton after all. But it doesn't look like there's much else here. So let's just head back. Looks like we might have to just give up on finding Tom. Unless, you know, Chester. Maybe he's shown up in the restaurant in the meantime. Yeah, have you seen a little boy? No, you don't believe so? But a couple who were here were talking about a child. Okay, so where is this couple? They're staying in the fourth carriage. Okay, that's a wonderful suggestion. We have another clue now. So let's go for the couple. Let's go over to them and see if they can help us out. I believe this is the fourth carriage, so... Oh, look at them. Look at how nice they are. Waving her arms around as he looks back and forth. Let's talk with him. Capone. Oh, whoa there, young fellow. You're in the wrong room. My wife and I are staying here. No, we don't mean to intrude. Yeah, we're just looking for a little kid. Have they seen anyone? Oh, Mitzi knows. Apparently, a cute and small, clever looking? Huh. That sounds interesting. Oh, could have been a girl or a boy. I see. No, it was a girl, apparently. I wonder who they're talking about. But, yeah, they're kind of confusing themselves now. So, it looks like a pretty dead end anyway. Yeah, unfortunately. But Layton disagrees. He thinks that this is some great information. But before he'll talk about that, we want to head back to the site of Tom's disappearance. And that's where he'll explain it. But before we do that, let's talk with them again. You know, they couldn't really be of help, but they do have a puzzle for us. And that is going to be puzzle 21. Pass it on. 8 people are playing a communication game. In this game, one player has to get their message across to 7 other people. It takes 1 minute to pass along the message, and each time the message is spoken, it can only have one recipient. Using these rules, what is the shortest amount of time required for the message to pass to all 7 other players? Okay, now let's do the memo here, and we know that at the start, we have a message. And we can tell this to one other person here after just 1 minute. Now in a second minute, we can tell it to our next person. But this first person can also tell it to a second person. That gives us 4 people in total, so we need a bit more time. But our first person again can talk with someone. Not only that, but our second person can talk to someone. This person can talk to another one. And this person can talk to another one. And that gives us a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people even. But that's 7 other players, so that's correct. So it should only take 3 minutes in total.
And now to test my theory. Wonderful.
And there you have it, a bit of a better drawn diagram here. But yeah, it's quite clever if you think about it. It's not 8 minutes because the other people can also help spread the message. Just as long as they don't have really bad social anxiety. But yeah, thanks. And don't worry, we'll try and worry about the little boy. But yeah, thank you, Mitzi. Thank you for your vote of confidence. And we get another part of the camera now. But with that, I think I'm going to end the episode here. So I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing to my channel for more Professor Layton. And, you know, maybe leave a like if you enjoyed the episode, because next time we're going to continue our search for Tom. So see you guys then.